Hi guys, in this video we'll see how to test our AI voice agent and especially when you want to make it production ready. Now there's a significant difference between building an AI agent, building an AI agent for a demo and making it production ready. So when you're just creating an AI agent, you don't have to worry about nuances too much. But when you want to make it live and deploy it, there's a lot of things that you have to take care of, because the customers are going to interact with the AI agent and we want to make it as perfect as possible so that it doesn't create any problems for the business owners. So for testing this AI voice agent, I'm using Langfuse software, and for creating the agent, I'm using Vappy. So a couple of days ago, like 3 to 4 days ago, we just deployed our AI voice agent for a restaurant, and obviously we got some errors, and there were some areas that needs improvement. So for that, we used Langfuse for testing, and it really was useful to test the AI agent thoroughly and find out the problems and the root causes for it. So in this video, I'll show you that. So in the first section, we're going to see how to integrate Vappy and Langfuse. And in the second section, we're going to integrate the ChatGPT API key to the Langfuse. And in the third section, we'll actually test the voice agent. So that's it. Let's get into the video. So now we'll go step by step. The first thing that we are supposed to do is integrate Vappy and Langfuse. So for that, we will sign up. You know, so after signing up, you will be taken to this page, and in this you need to create a new organization. Just put any name. I'm gonna put YouTube. Yep. And then after that, you need to create a new project. All right. So for that, you can just press next, and then YouTube testing. So yeah, now the project is created. Now here we will start integrating. It's not a big deal, just you need to uh, paste the API keys here from here to there. So you need to create an API key. Um, YouTube, yeah, YouTube demo. So once you got your API keys, go to that Vappy and just a minute, go to more, and as you can see here, you can find integrations and just go down, go down. That's what she said. I'm sorry for that. Anyway, yeah, just go down. Now, I already have my Langfuse credentials here, but I'm just going to delete it. And yeah, so when nobody's going to watch the video, I mean, it's just my second video, so I think I'm safe with the bad jokes. Oh. So again, this is the host URL, so you need to copy it from here and paste it there. Yeah, once you're done with that, now you save this details. Um, and I know I'm not supposed to share this public, but anyway, I'm gonna delete these API keys after this video. So yeah, so once you get these tick marks, then that means the integration is done. So you're good to go. Now this is your first step is done, and after that we have our second step, which is connecting our Langfuse to ChatGPT. First, go to traces. Okay, I'll tell you how to add that, but before that, one thing. So this is where all the work happens. So as you can see, traces, tracer basically, the conversations that you have with the voice agent. Don't worry, I will show you with an example. So let's start.
Hi there. Thanks for calling MUC Car Rentals. How can I help you today?
What are your timings for tomorrow?
I handle calls related to incident reports with rental vehicles. For any questions regarding business hours or other inquiries, please refer to our website or reach out to MUC
All
Rentals
right,
main
cool, cool.
contact.
Bye, bye, bye. So basically, we had some sort of conversation, right? And when you head to Langfuse, just reload this. You can see here our conversation, has been updated in this account. So traces is basically that, each conversation that you have in Vapi, it gets converted as a trace here. Now, when you go to tracing this section, you can. So once you select these, you will get basically the access to our, entire chat and our system prompt and everything that was there in Vapi. And here's one thing that you need to know is that about these chat completions. So basically, a chat completion is one back and forth conversation, right? So, for example, the AI asks, when would you like to reserve for? And you say tomorrow 7 p.m. That's a conversation, and that's a chat completion essentially here in Langfuse. So, as you can see here, it asks for how can I help you today, and the user says what are your timings for tomorrow. So basically, that's a chat completion. And yeah, so now we will enter into the playground. As you can see, we have a playground here. This is where we start testing our agent. Sorry, start testing our, prompt and yeah, basically the agent. So just go to the playground, and here you can see the entire prompt. And yeah, I'll explain you that in a minute. But we'll first need to add our LLM, basically the ChatGPT, and it's super simple. Just head go to this ChatGPT OpenAI API keys. Uh, Now create a new key. I think you all know this because we have come up to testing, so then you might have already done this before. But yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah. Uh, Now create a secret key. Not a secret anymore. Yeah. So that's it. The connection has been made. Now we can have conversations here. So now this is the third section where we start testing our AI voice agent. All right. So now we'll go step by step. First thing is that we can't have variables here. I mean, if you do have variables here, you basically have to define it. So I would like to remove the variables and get started. One thing I forgot to mention. So this is actually the step one. Is step one is basically you have a conversation with the AI agent and you find out you have some issue and you need to fix that. So that's when you go to Langfuse, right? So we have three solutions right here. Okay. The first one. So for example, let's say uh, the AI agent gives you some wrong answer, right? Basically, we'll take with a simple example. Let's say Sunday, we say our restaurant is closed, but it says Sunday is open. Now, first thing is that you can directly fix in the system prompt if you have made a mistake in the prompt, and it will basically get solved. Or what you can do is you can ask the chat GPT, sorry, ask the AI agent in the chat window regarding, hey, why did you come up with the answer? And with some conversations and with some back and forth conversation, it will basically give the reason why it said what it said. All right. And now third is you can do that the same thing, conversating with the AI agent in the Langfuse and figure out the real reason. So the problem with the first two options are firstly, it's not that easy. I mean, when you're especially doing deploying your agent, the problems are not so simple. You do not know why it is giving the answer it is giving and where exactly you need a fix. So that's number one problem. And secondly, if you are choosing to fix the issue by talking to the AI agent in the WAPI itself. The problem is it's going to cost you a lot of time because let's say you ask it, hey, why did you say that? And it comes up with a solution. Now you have to, you know, change the prompt here and then test again, and probably it's gonna go wrong again. So now we have to make a change in the prompt and repeat the cycle again and again until it gets right. And so the third option, the most reliable option and most cost efficient and time efficient option that we have is Langfuse. So now we'll do the testing. So let's say we'll have a conversation here.
Hi, thanks for calling the Thunder Bay Restaurant. This is Sophia, the virtual assistant. This call may be recorded for quality purposes. How can I help you today?
I need a reservation for day after tomorrow,
Sure, I can help with that. What time were you thinking for your reservation?
7 p.m.
Great. How many people will be joining for the reservation?
Okay, I'll call you back. Bye bye. So now the issue with this current setup is I asked for day after tomorrow, and day after tomorrow is Monday. But the restaurant working hours, let me see. Yeah, day after tomorrow is Monday. So, and the restaurant working hours are only from Wednesday to Sunday. So, it ideally should have said, hey, we're not open on Monday, or Monday is closed, or some option, some kind of response, right? But it didn't say that. It proceeded. So, the what we'll do is now we'll ask the agent why it gave such an answer, why it gave the response like that. So basically we'll test it. Okay, now let's go ahead to Langfuse. um, okay, now if you select the tracing option, now the first one is the most recent one. So go to any chat condition, but you know, go to the one where you had an issue, where you have an issue. So that's when you can easily have the conversation from there. um, so yeah, as you can see, um, I asked for need a reservation for tomorrow, and so basically I'm gonna ask it again. One more thing, we can't have variables here. Um, we ideally we should put some kind of value for these variables, but you know, I just want to remove this. Uh, so yeah, I just removed the variables so that you know we do not get this error. Um, so yeah, now I'm gonna submit the same response. Let's see what output does it give. Yeah, still the same. So we'll add this to our conversation, and now we will ask the agent why it didn't object. Now, see, now it realized, oh, you're right. So now we'll again add this message to our ongoing conversation. Then we'll ask it, hey, I'm trying to fix the issue with the prompt. Tell me the reason, uh, tell me the reason why you didn't object or mention that Monday is a holiday. Okay, now I'm gonna submit again. Yep. So now it again came up with some response. Okay, now it, you know, came up with some other response. Now I'm gonna ask it again. So we'll check. I didn't mention the holiday right away. Is to follow the flow of the conversation and gather more details first. However, I should have clarified our operating hours when you mentioned date falls on a Monday. So basically, it is following uh, the order that we have given, but it is not really checking because we haven't mentioned that. Now, uh, give me the prompt. Now we'll basically ask, to give the prompt to make sure that this doesn't happen, this problem doesn't happen again. To fix this issue. Now, anyway, wow, came up with the entire prompt. I just needed one line. See, now you got this right. If a date is Monday or a Tuesday, say, I'm sorry, we are closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. Now, I just want to mention this that this is a very simple response that it gave, and it doesn't actually work. I have tried this response, putting this response in the second step, it doesn't work. So now what you do is now, okay, in this Langfuse account, you put this into the prompt and you check it again, and it doesn't work. So now what you can do, you can again ask it, with more details and ask it to give uh, the right answer so that it doesn't happen again. And you provide it with the right details and you provide with right kind of questions, then it will obviously give you the right kind of answers. And with eventual testing, back and forth testing, you will obviously find an answer. Um, so yeah, this is it. And if you have any doubts with the testing, or if you want to know more about this, anything, just mention in the comments. Let me know. I will be happy to help. And yeah, that's it, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.